right, so we had a great interview with Randy D, but we've got a driver now on the circuit throughout the Midwest that everybody's talking about. Jamaal, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Where are you at right now? Were you training or feeding? I heard you just dropped some hay. Where are you at, man?
Currently I'm in Mississippi, training down at my home track in Canton, Mississippi. And
so
I'm training down here right now.
What generation horseman are you?
Well, actually, Roshan Tree started me driving horses, so nobody in my family really ever messed with harness horses. I was the first one to mess with harness horses in my family.
Now, do you have a child? I heard through rumors you might have a child. Is that true?
Yes, I have a 4-year-old daughter. Her name is Skylar J.J.
So do you think you might be instilling your knowledge into her and she might be a horsewoman in the future?
Yes, she loves horses. She comes to borrow me all the time when the weather permits.
Wow, that'll be interesting to see. So where did you first hear about the Horseman's Voice, if I can ask you?
I noticed you on Facebook when you were doing, you did a record on John Hughes. That's man Hughes, man. He's
the Godfather.
Big part of me.
The Godfather. How long have you known man for?
I've known him for a long time. He played a big part of me coming over into Kentucky and driving, and that's why I drive it a lot. He actually brought me over there, and then I started driving horses over there, and that's why I kind of took off there.
So here's a question that everybody wants to know. Were you an athlete growing up? Like, what sports did you play, I guess, when you were young and then through middle school and high school?
I actually ran track. I actually was going to run track, but I was actually had a scholarship to go run track, but I didn't because I hurt myself, and then I would always go on the road with Roshan in the summertime, and he would take me to race horses with him in the Illinois County Fair. That's why I actually won my first race in Illinois on the horse that Roshan trained Fox Valley Kareem. I actually remember her name and everything. So.
Interesting. So you have that competitive, I guess, grit and that competitive spirit when you're out there on the racetrack. Let's talk about your driving. What is it? I mean, just from a simple standpoint, before we get into our conversation, what is it with you in driving? I mean, is it the competitiveness you learn from track? Do you just have that heart? Like, what is it?
Yes, well, I actually thought what made me just want to get into the driving is because I was actually down here in Mississippi. We have, it's a big thing with the harness horses, but we don't race them under the buggy all the time. We race them under the saddle. And I was winning a lot with it, and I got bored with it. And so, like I said, when I talked to Roshan, and he said, "Hey, come and drive some horses for me." And then it just took off from there, and ever since then, I loved it ever since then. And then I like, competing against other people. I have a very competitive spirit. And Randy D, you just mentioned him. I grew up watching him too, and I said, man, I'm gonna be up there with Randy one day. And so, I'm trying to, just do something that nobody has ever done before.
What other guys would you say besides, King Rashawn and Randy D, the Criz, and I guess what other guys from down south, were either growing up with you or mentors with you, coming up in the circuit?
It's a lot of guys down here in Mississippi that race harness horses in Mississippi. There's quite a few of us guys down here. I can name a lot of them, but those I guess it's another guy down here, down from my way, Rico Johnson. He raced the harness horses. He gave me a couple horses to train and let me drive some horses for him and stuff. So it's quite a few guys down here that have played a big role in me in harness racing.
So here's the ultimate question. I asked this to Cordarius a couple of years ago. I did ask this to Randy D earlier in this episode. What is it about the weather? What is it about just that hardcore rain and just that extreme heat? Like, does it give you guys an advantage when you're on the track, when you come and race at the Red Mile and race at the Illinois State Fair and just race throughout, I guess, Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, Kentucky? Like, do you have an edge because of the fact you're racing in this extreme weather?
Well, most of the time down here in the wintertime is kind of wet, and so we jog on dirt track, so most of our horses already know how to get around the track when they're muddy and stuff like that. So I wouldn't say we have the edge, but our horses just know how to race and slop and not get level surfaces and stuff like that, because we don't have. I wouldn't say don't have good tracks, but they're not like the Red Mile and Hawthorne and Hoosier Park and stuff like that. They're not good like that.
But the question is, let's say, it's the middle of winter and you're freezing yourself out there. You put your undergear on and you're warm and you're out there. You got your goggles on, and let's say you're coming first up on a guy and the guy's on the rail and he can't get out. Are you just fearless out there? Are you just like no holds barred war, like let's go and it's just nothing's going to scare you?
Oh yeah, no, nothing is going to scare me when it comes to something like that. I mean, because the way we, driving down here, like I said, it's totally different than driving at any other big track and stuff like that. So I think it gives us more of a awareness than anything. So, when we know, like it's raining or something like that, I mean, it really don't phase us because, like I said, we training and that type of stuff. So it's not really a big deal.
So what are your plans for the future? I mean, you're obviously training in the off-season down back home in Mississippi. Like, what are you going to be doing, I guess, this spring and this summer? What are your plans?
I plan on coming back up, hopefully race at the Red Mile. And this year I said that I wasn't going to come back to Mississippi, so I plan on staying up there, up north somewhere, and try to make a little noise and get my name out a little bit more. People not find me maybe able to drive for or something like that. Somebody give me a chance like that. So hopefully you'll be seeing my name a lot more, because I basically just race in the summertime, and when I do, I mean, I do really good, because I had drove a lot of. Tony gave me a chance. Tony Lonnie gave me a chance to drive for him a couple times, and I actually went 49. That's the fastest I ever been on the horse. 49. Mr. Tony Lonnie gave me a chance to drive on his horse.
Tony, obviously, with his mother, Donna Lee, Quad City Downs, he's a second trainer for Irv Miller, and he's one of the elite trainers these days. Do you see yourself driving for more elite trainers that are going to trust you with literally hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of horses?
Yes. I think if I actually just get out a little bit more and, like I said, leave Mississippi, I'll have a great chance of driving some more more big time training and stuff like that.
Well, I guess how can people get in touch with you? I mean, Facebook, or get your phone number from somebody else, your email? I mean, what's the best way to find you if people want to list you?
Facebook. I can get my number out or whatever. But yeah, Facebook would be the best way. Like I said, my main problem is that I just come back to Mississippi, so I don't think I'll be coming back to Mississippi next winter. And I'll just say maybe I'll go somewhere, wherever I go. That's where I go, and hopefully I can, drive a couple nice horses for somebody, and I can say get my name out a little bit more, because I think I have the talent to do so.
Well, let's spell your name so they all know it. We get it right. It's Jamaal, Jamaal Denson, Denson. Look for that name, list that name, tell this man how to drive. I'm assuming you follow instructions, build on these relationships. Is there anybody in the industry you want to give a shout out to before we finish up?
Yes, I'd like to give a shout out to Rochelle Trigg, for one, for, helping me, putting me in driving horses. And like I said, I'd like to give a shout out to John Hughes. He brought me over to Kentucky, and Randy, and you know, there's basically everybody from Mississippi. And Mr. Lawrence Cooper actually, he let me drive every single one of his horses, no matter what. So I'd like to give a big shout out to him too.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you this summer. I don't know where I'm going to find you. If it's at the fairs in Illinois, if it's at Hawthorne, if it's at the Big OG, but I can't wait to shake your hand and actually meet you formally. And I wish you the best of luck, man. But guess who's next? The king of the fairs, Rashawn Trigg. So let's see what Rashawn has to say. But I really, really appreciate your time. It's been great talking, and let's keep in touch, man.
Oh, yeah, sure. Thanks, man. This has been a great opportunity.
All right. Take care now.